Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a super quick just how I do my eyebrows video. Underneath a lot of my videos I always get asked the question, how do I do my brows? Can I do a brow video? So I thought I would show you guys the entire process of how I get my brows the way they are. So I have grown them out quite a bit so that you guys can see that they're nice and full and you guys can help me achieve my shape. You have to excuse the way I look. I'm coming on here super natural state today. It is my beauty day, so that means it's wash day for my hair, doing my eyebrows, I gotta do a facial. So before I do all that though, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do my brows. First off, before I get started, I just want to say that I am a licensed cosmetologist, so please be careful if you do decide to do this at home. I don't suggest it. I do suggest you go out and get your brows done if you've never done them before, but for those people that do their own brows at home, just to show you my process and how I do them and how I find so these are the supplies that you'll need to go ahead and do your brows at home. First off, I do have a hair clip to go ahead and pin my hair out of the way so that we don't get any wax in it. Next, I have facial scissors, and this is used for mustaches as well as eyebrows and nose hairs. A pair of tweezers, and these are Tweezermans. These are known to be some of the best tweezers. Next, I have just a white eyeliner pencil. This one is Essence. I think I paid like maybe 98 cents for it from Ulta Beauty, and I will just be using this to mark out my hair and where I want to take off and what I want to keep. I have a mascara wand to go ahead and brush the hairs in place, as well as brush the hairs up from when I'm snipping the hair with the facial scissors. And popsicle sticks. This one I like to use the skinnier ones. The thicker ones don't give me as much of a precise line, so I need these. I have about 9 of them because I do my brows in 9 sections. And you will need, of course, wax strips. You'll need cotton rounds to go ahead and clean and sanitize the area, as well as clean up for after we wax. I have Satin Smooth Wax Oil. This can be bought at Sally's, or if you're a cosmetologist at Cosmoprof, however you say it. I know I've heard it both ways, but this is the wax oil, and it goes ahead and it removes the wax residue after you wax. The Satin Smooth Satin Cleanser, which will also help sanitize the area before we go ahead and wax, and it will go ahead and help with cleanup after. I like to put alcohol on my brows or on my skin right after I wax so that I don't have any breakouts, and just to help make sure that the area is completely clean. First, you're going to need your wax machine. I do have it here. I don't want to pick it up because it's on and the wax is hot and liquidy, and I don't want to drop it. So I do have a Satin Smooth wax machine. I'll go ahead and link what mine looks like down below, but inside of it I do have the zinc oxide wax, which is more of a creamier based, it looks like crushed pearls. It's a creamier based wax, and it's used specifically for the face, so it's more sensitive so that it doesn't hurt as much and it's not too harsh, ripping off skin and anything else that's not supposed to go on. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and take one of those cotton rounds, moisten it with the Satin Smooth cleanser, and we're going to go ahead and clean up our eyebrow area. Once that's clean, you want to go ahead and take your mascara wand and brush your brow hairs into place. So up and over. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take that Essence white eyeliner pencil and go ahead and start my marking and my measuring. So whenever you do your eyebrows, you want your eyebrow to start exactly where you have your divot in your nose. So where my nose ring is, that's where my divot is. So starting there and taking the stick and going straight up, I'm going to see that my eyebrow should start right here. So it already starts exactly where it should. And I'm going to measure out both sides. And both of them start exactly where they should. So I'll go ahead and take my white pencil and make a mark on both eyebrows. Next, I want to go ahead and measure out from the corner of my nose through the pupil of my eye to see what the highest point of my brow is. So I'm going to take the stick and go from the corner of my nose and through my pupil and see that the top of my brow right here is where it naturally arches. So I'm going to go ahead and make the mark there. And last but not least, for this eyebrow, I'm going to go ahead and measure out from the corner of my eye and from the corner of my nose and see that my eyebrow should end about right here. My eyebrow does come a little short, but I do want to make sure I don't wax that area because it will be tinting later, and any vellus hairs or any hair that I might have there, I want that color to go ahead and be able to adhere to. So now I just have to do the same thing for the other side. So here are my 3 marks. So now I'm just going to go ahead and draw my eyebrow shape. And everything there is white. I'm going to put the wax right outside of that white, of those white markings. Alright, so after remeasuring and making some adjustments, this is the brows that I came up with. So before I go ahead and start waxing, I'm going to go ahead and trim my brows. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and brush the hairs up and just trim them, but making sure I never trim inside of the white box. Then I'm going to go ahead and brush down in this arch area to go ahead and snip the few hairs down below that are too long. And then brushing them back in place. I like to keep my brow tail a lot thicker and longer so that it lays over a lot better. So next I'm going to do the other side. And then brushing them back over again. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and start waxing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take one of those skinny wooden popsicle sticks, dip it in my product, or dip it in the wax, and I'm going to start in the middle, which is my unibrow area. I'm going to go ahead and go upward and over. Then taking one of those wax strips, I'm going to place it over the area that I put my wax, rub it downward, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull the strip off downward in a fast, swift motion. and then going ahead and removing the excess wax that was left behind. Like I said, I'm going to do everything in sections, so just watch how I break it down just to ensure that I don't take any hair that I don't want off. I like to be able to see my brow to make sure that the wax isn't going over the line. And then I'll go ahead and pull the wax strip down and then pull it in the opposite direction that the hair grows. And then once again, going back in and cleaning up the area of any excess wax. After I went ahead and waxed all around the white areas that we talked about earlier, I'm going to go ahead and take my tweezers and just grab any of the excess hairs that I might have missed while waxing. So after I went ahead and tweezed the excess hairs, I'm going to go ahead with another cotton round and place that wax oil on it, which helps remove the remaining of the wax residue. After that, I'm going to go ahead and with the skin cleanser again on another cotton round and wipe that down. Last but not least, last cotton round, I'm going to go ahead and take the alcohol and rub my face down as well. So here are my finished brows after I went ahead and removed all of the residue and markings off my face. You guys have to excuse me, my face is breaking out so bad, hence why I'm doing a facial today. But whenever you go ahead and wax your brows, it makes filling in so much easier. So here is my finished brows. This is how I filled them in, just to show you guys up close. So this was my video on how I go ahead and achieve my look for my brows. So if you guys like this video on how I did my brows, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, as always, just leave them down in the comments down below and I will be sure to answer them. I love you guys so much and there is nothing you can do about it.